Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's cast, VRML Season 15, Week 4 between Aging Moss and Legion. I'm Leander, and we're not alone today. We have Chambate with me co-casting today. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah.
Leander, I'm super excited. I mean, this is a matchup that I've been looking forward to. Aging Moss, as their EU division, has been doing surprisingly well. Legion also having done quite impressive matchups. I mean, I think both of these teams have showed great synergy amongst their rosters. Yeah, they're these stats. I mean, the fact that the round win for Downfall, I mean, it's such a big open map. A map like Downfall requires a team like Aging Moss to really know their angles and have solid strats, as well as not to mention callouts and just in-game knowledge of all the angles, all of the timings on a map. And as I casted Legion, I think twice already, they've done incredibly well with Midget fragging, and they're all great shooters there on Legion. Yeah, I think both of the matchups that I casted for them, they ended up winning.
Yeah, it definitely. For sure be a really interesting matchup today, and Aging Moss EU and Legion both are. It's their first season here in VRML, but both teams contain of pretty experienced players here, so we can definitely expect some high quality gameplay today. Sorry, you want to say something?
No, I mean, I'm not sure about their bans. Do you know their bans?
Yes, let's talk about the bans here. Aging Moss bans for today are Shipyard and Downfall.
I was just talking about Downfall. I guess they're not confident.
Yeah, and Legion's bans for today are Cargo and Arctic. Cargo and Arctic are both pretty close range combat maps here. Eventually, Legion's not quite comfortable on these maps, or they just prefer long range maps here, but as you can see, Aging Moss banning long range maps. I mean, if you take a look on our matchup here again, Aging Moss' most played map actually is Downfall, and they have a 100% win rate here. I actually don't quite know why they have banned this one. It's, I don't know, I'm pretty sure we will find out. No, actually, Tanker even more played from Aging Moss here, explaining eventually the Legion ban here. What do you think?
I think, the Legion bans, they're close quarter maps, as you said, but specifically AGM, their bans, I think Shipyard makes total sense, because I did cast Legion on Shipyard and they did surprisingly well on that map. I think it's a well thought out ban there from AGM. I do want to quickly talk about the map, Leander, before we start round number 1. Tanker, we've got that west objective in the superstructure. I mean, any thoughts going into this? Because I personally think Tanker's such a difficult map. I never feel comfortable.
Yeah, so as you can see, Tanker is quite a close range map here. For this OBJ, I guess the most closest one with a lot of close range combat here. You can easily, I wouldn't say easily, but you can get highly flanked from here through these stairs. So it's quite a hard one to defend. And yeah, so Tanker, we will for sure see some aggressive, fast plays here, since it's a really fast and short map here. What do you think?
Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, it's close range, but I think most importantly, they've really got to lock down the strat. I mean, if that synchronization doesn't happen, it's I doubt Marsoc are gonna win. But as I said before, Legion they did pretty well the last time I casted them.
Exactly, and now we're already starting into the first round here with Legion starting on Volk and AG Moss on Marsok here, who are already having a 2-2 split, two attacking left and two right. Eventually, Jordan, I'm going to call him Jordan, is taking the middle right here. What do you think about that defense?
I definitely think it's still developing, but look at that beautiful pick there,
Yeah,
early
really nice.
headshot.
What a nice angle he has right there. And Doggy Dog in underground, securing that flank through the stairs. Also pretty important position in my opinion. And let's take a look at Ron's POV here, because he is going to have an encounter with Boredom pretty soon. Boredom taking out Ron here, and Sakul taking out Platypus here, which makes this already a 5 against 1 in favor for Legion. Only Jordan left here. It's not looking pretty bad if you're going down to a 1 against 5 within the first.
Wow.
1 minute here. What do you think about this first map? Rounds.
Yeah, I think Legion, they just came out on top. They had all those angles, and I don't know. AGM was not ready for that round. That was impressive. The Marsok just quickly collapsed. 0 kills coming. It's a 0v5. All of Legion still alive. It's definitely an impressive start for Legion here on the away side. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. That was kind of shocking.
Yeah, definitely right.
I'm not gonna put any money on predictions just yet on round number 1. It might have been just a little bit of a bad game for AGM, a little hiccup, but yeah, that was impressive. Boredom getting that 3-piece was, yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Boredom was pretty important for this round here, with already getting 3 kills and Saku with 2 kills. Yeah, definitely AG Moss wasn't ready at all for this defense here. It was quite unexpected. But eventually they just have to warm up, and maybe we'll see some closer rounds now. In fact, AG Moss is now on the defense, and this is, as already mentioned, one of the harder objectives to attack on, because it's quite hard to entrance this room with the OBJ there. So I'm curious to see how the next round is going to look like, with Legion on the attack. And we're already starting the second round here. Checking out Legion. Oh. Legion resetting because the player forgot his night vision here. Happens, I guess. Okay, eventually we will start within the next few seconds into the second round then, if they have equipped the night vision. Yeah, I guess we all know how it feels if you jump into a round without night visions on a night map. It's either you continue playing without any vision, or you yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, man, this map is not forgiving if you don't carry night vision. You could go underground, but I don't know if Legion Legion's Marsok strat involves an underground push. I mean, it would be beneficial for them to at least clear it, or at least prevent an aggressive flank by AGM pushing the underground, but
definitely, yeah.
Seems that we do have 2 pushing the underground. As I said, they're just holding back. Oh,
yeah, Rogue and Boredom taking the overview here in the top, and Midget Man and Doggy Dog making their way downstairs with a cool place in the middle here. Midget Man is going upstairs now here, going to have contact with AG Moss IMG pretty soon here, if he's not rotating back down again.
I think IGM's, or his name's Solo. I think Solomon's spot is really, I think his spot is really good. I mean, he's basically giving Midget Man a false sense of security, just being tucked away here behind this black box. It's gonna allow Midget to feel more comfortable in this area, and then when he least expects it, he's gonna be right around the corner and shoots him. Yeah, it's a great defense spot, and it also has great coverage. It has a cross all the way north, which is very good. Here comes the swing.
And now, what was that? Was a crazy timing and what a nice pick off there. Wow, that was a good job. Battlestar and Boredom now. Eventually having contact pretty soon here because they're quite next to each other there. Boredom is for sure going to have contact with Battlestar if he's continuing to walk this way. Battlestar already also having a good position here, even though it's a little bit expected, but I mean that's not making a position bad, you know. It's still a good one, and as you can see, Battlestar has a C4. I don't know where placed exactly, but is eventually able to pick some of the Legion players off right here.
Here in the south, Roan has this spot behind these wooden pallets. I mean, you can see this is a meta spot. A lot of players play this, and Rogue Dice and Doggy Dog are looking out in this direction. Boredom finds Battlestar in the north. Rowan, it's just left up to him and two more defenders inside the building. We've just are about to hit the halfway mark. Leander, look at this possible engagement between Rowan and Rogue Dice.
Yeah.
Footstep.
Rogue getting Rowan here.
No way.
Only one Edgy Monster defender left who's having to rotate back to the OBJ now, which he's actually doing. And now it's quite hard for him to defend this. 4 against 1. Do you think we will see a possible cap here?
I think it's very unlikely. Platypus is right on the objective, and there it goes. Rogue Dice cleans it up. A trade happens between Boredom and Jordanix, but that's not enough to stop the Legion Marsoc push. A very strong first two rounds for this team. I mean, AGM doesn't seem to be finding their groove in this matchup.
Yeah, Legion just killed the Edging Moss defenders one by one, just breaking through, and then yeah, it was a 4 against 1 here, I believe. Edging Moss for sure has to adapt to Legion a little bit to have a chance here and focus a little bit more. Eventually, I don't know, how do you feel as Legion playing? I actually don't think that they're really that aggressive, but they're not really slow playing. It's quite a mix.
I agree with that. I really do. It's a strange mixture of... I honestly think AGM, they're making too many mistakes. You know, Solomon, it's one mistake out of however many rounds we're going to see tonight, but Solo, you know, kind of not expecting Midget Man to be right there, right on the other side of the black box. It's really unfortunate, but you know, it happens. I think this is just a game of who's gonna avoid making mistakes. This defense by Roan is a very common and expected defense. You know, like he wasn't peeking the earliest angle possible, and that's why Rogue Dice was able to find him and shoot him. I really just don't. I don't see AGM continuing this streak of loss. I think they're gonna... Adrenaline's gonna kick in, and they're gonna come back in and win a few points.
Yeah, I definitely follow you there. And yeah, as you mentioned, one mistake can eventually sometimes cost you the whole match. And now we are starting round 3 here. Or the whole round.
Center objective.
Yep.
This is really tough. I mean, we're gonna see a bunch of flashes and maybe a coordinated push by AGM to basically hold the top floor and then push everybody else bottom. You're an early peek there. AK-12 barely missing Solo.
Ahead, yeah.
Midget Man gives that call out.
Rowan going ahead on top of this platform. You're trying to get a pre-fire or early pickoff on Rogue there, but not able to see him yet. But now he actually does, but is missing these shots. Solo getting Midget Man though. Yeah, going on top of these positions here is pretty important. Here you can have a good overlook on the defense. If Volk players are crossing through the middle or something like that, you can almost easily see them if you're on top of there. It's something the most teams do in the beginning. And now we have still only, I mean, yeah, it's still a 4 against 5. Fair for Aging Moss. Rogue and
I
Sakul
mean,
taking the left side. Yes?
Leander, look at this Marsoc. I mean, they are held up. They are absolutely waiting for early peekers, now deploying all the utility, a bunch of smokes onto the objective. I mean, my prediction was almost correct because they waited a full minute before pushing in. Look at these smokes. I mean, Rogue Dice is still not smoked. They can still rotate around and defend the objective, but Doggy and Boredom are definitely having pressure, as well as Zakul needing to rotate.
Yes.
C4 barely missing Roan. That was close.
Yeah, these many smokes are definitely quite helpful in this
Oh my
position,
God,
and they're now ready for a
catch.
cap!
Wow.
What a nice cap here. Many smokes. They just totally blocked the vision from the Volk here. That was awesome. Well made there.
Incredible cap.
And now Aging Moss is back to the game with a 2-2 scores here. Yeah, that was quite incredible. Just many smokes they have thrown, and they just completely blocked out any vision from the defenders here from Legion. I believe Rogue Dice was eventually able to save that OBJ. He eventually did a mistake from not rotating back and pre-firing at all, because I actually saw no pre-fire from Legion here. They're just they're somehow like allowed to cap there. They just didn't stop Aging Moss from capping. No flash, no frag, no pre-fire or anything. That was quite
It was wide open, and Aging Moss, they streamed, they pushed through those smokes. I mean, you know, this game, VR in general, it allows you to do some pretty interesting things. It allows you to hold a tablet and hold a gun at the same time, dual wield, and in this case, you're able to still see through the smoke, as long as, maybe this is just Onward, but you're able to look down and look at your tablet and see exactly where you're going. So even though you can't see anything around you, you're still like a submarine through sonar. You're still able to make your way to the objective. I mean, that was a class Marsoc round there by AGM. I mean, I think Legion were caught with their pants down. It really shocks me that they weren't paying attention and making sure that the outside of the objective was covered. They were just in the buildings watching the lines. I mean, it's interesting. I look forward to see what AGM does here.
Yeah, you're definitely right. They just didn't focus on that OBJ and just on everything around it. But now we are starting into the fourth round, and everything is still open, and eventually Legion is able to take back the lead now. Legion, never mind. Legion is being quite defensive, not defensive, but not really aggressive here. A little bit different than Aging Moss was. They're just, all of them holding back, trying to get a view on any Volk positions, trying to get any Volks rotating on running around, trying to pick them off. So they're playing quite slow here.
Yeah, I think Legion is actually doing the same exact thing AGM is doing. They're taking their time in the first minute, and AGM EU just about 5 seconds after, just now, this is when AGM started pushing with their smokes. But here comes Legion. They are still held back. They are still watching their angles, waiting for somebody to peek out. I mean, if we take a look at this defense, the only person who can actually defend the objective from a smoke cap is Jordan. They're on the outside. Everybody else has all of these angles, these cross angles.
Yes, you're right. Jordan is the only one on that OBJ who could pre-fire through smokes, try to get enemies on their way to cap. Of course, Roan and Battlestar are still able to rotate back. But if they would be fast, if they would throw smokes, then they could go for one. Definitely, they could try it at least. And eventually, Aging Moss is doing the same mistake as Legion did last time.
Yeah, definitely. 4 minutes, so 2 minutes Legion has been waiting here. 2 minutes. And here comes the push. Some AK-12 shots. Battlestar calling it out on M203 smoke in the north.
Yes, Legion definitely now pushing in. Trying to entrance here, trying to get closer and doing some plays now.
Platypus should be hearing these footsteps in the south. A smoke has been deployed onto Battlestar. Wow, and a trade.
Yeah, and a trade goes ahead, which makes this a 4.5 against 4 in favor for Aging Moss, because the one Aging Moss player that traded is only down here.
Oh god, Solomon might be caught out here in the cross angle, and that's a 3v4. Not
Rogue
good.
is
A
finishing him
flash
off.
goes too
Roan
far.
getting Rogue here. And now, they could eventually go for the cap. One smoke could do it all. Because Boredom, if you take a look on Boredom, he's almost next to that OBJ. Battlestar, the last one alive, but he's luckily for Aging Moss rotating back.
Aging Moss had
Pre-fire
such
here.
a strong start on defense, and they had all the angles against Legion, but they just started moving around too much solo, pushing for that cap attempt way too aggressively, and here comes Doggy now, cleaning it up here, taking Legion 3 against 2 AGM.
That was a nice attack by Aging Moss here. By Legion here, sorry. Legion just picked off player by player from Aging Moss. Yeah, I hear them talking quite a few times, and they seem to have a really good communication here. They're communicating with each other, giving each other the Volk's positions, and this is quite important for this OBJ at least. So, yeah, it's important to know where the enemies are at, and then you can go and change the way you play. If you know what I'm talking about. That's what I just noticed really often from them here. And now we have a new OBJ, which is something like the same one, with the only difference that it's downstairs now.
Yeah, I mean, this objective, it's gonna get tight. I'm expecting a very early engagement there in the north, possibly.
Yes, you're definitely right. I'm quite interested to see how Aging Moss is doing this now. Eventually they have somebody flanking around, taking these stairs all the way in the end of the tanker map here, trying to get Legion from behind. Eventually playing this unexpected. I don't know, but there are not that many ways to enter this OBJ room there. At least Wolf can cover them pretty easily. Midgetman already taking Jordan here. Platypus trading though and getting Rogue, which makes this a 4 against 4. If you take a look on Legion's defense here, they seem to have a pretty nice defense here. Every possible way for Aging Moss to entry is covered up. Instead of the flank, no, never mind. Doggy Dog actually taking the flank, which makes this quite interesting now. Aging Moss Roan is almost next to Midgetman here. He's for sure aware of Midgetman's position there. Waiting for him to peek this, but I actually don't think that Midgetman is going to do this mistake of peeking here and going for short range or for pre-fire here. In the meantime, we have Solomon already right here shooting, trying to get shots on Midgetman, but sadly missing. Sadly for Aging Moss. Cool could get him here. I don't know. Solomon doesn't seem to be aware of this position. It's a 3 against 4 favor for Legion. And Battlestar's upstairs. And Boredom taking the flank eventually. Let's take a look at what Roan is doing here. Oh, the smoke eventually not landing how it was supposed to be. And this is quite hard to entry, as already mentioned. You can hardly go inside of here because all of the Volk players are pinning down this door. But Solomon distracted them. Only Taku watching Roan there. Eventually he's able to get inside without any notice. Midgetman getting solo. Battlestar getting Doggy Dog here. Wrong call out by Midgetman and Sakul here. In fact, it's 2 more. Yeah, eventually they're not aware of the kill count, but now they for sure are. Flash not quite connecting there. It's all up on Bethesda here. 1 against 3. Is he going inside? Sakul taking out Sakul. What a nice peek there. And Midgetman, only bottom left alive. Oh, bottom taking out Bethesda here though. What a nice fight there. Bethesda for sure put up a nice fight here. Killing, I believe it was 3 of the Legion defenders there. This was the 4th point for Legion, which means Legion is actually taking home the first map of today's match. It was... Yeah, the last round was quite intense. It was a pretty close one here. It was quite interesting and nice to see. And we see our next map is going to be Quarantine for today. Jamie, what do you think about?
I think for sure something we got to talk about is the fact that, yeah, wow, AGM, not just Solomon. It was Roan, it was Battlestar. Apart from that beautiful 2-pick there on the objective, that last round, I think AGM players are having an issue with rushing in and not checking all the angles. I mean, like, it's good to be aggressive and kind of, I don't know, rush the opponents and while they're not expecting it. But really, like, when it's that kind of objective, I can't see how that it is efficient. It's not an effective strat, especially on Marstock, because in that room, it's like a kill room. It's a box in which they have control of.
Definitely,
and if you don't have you know, Solomon deployed, I think, like 3 smokes there, and he pushed out when they ran out, and I think that was the problem. Roan, they were crouched. They didn't stand up to make sure all the angles were covered. They didn't look around a little bit more, and that's why they got shot immediately. You know, they moved 1 meter forward before that one of the defenders was able to take them out.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you here. If Solo or Roan would entrance and do this eventually without the mistakes they did, Agimos would be able to definitely take this round as a win and make this map eventually more interesting there. But now we have Quarantine, which is a long range map. It's, I would say, the opposite of Tanker, because, you know, I have much long combat here. What do you think, Quarantine?
It's a long map. Yeah. I mean, this was, hold on, this was Legion's pick, right?
Yes, Quarantine Legion's pick here.
I don't know what to think of it. I mean, I don't know how Legion has played. I think, as you said, they're fairly experienced players, but the roster is definitely new. I can't tell their performance on Quarantine. We can definitely look at their statistics on the website. It definitely, Quarantine is one of those maps where you need the strats. You need to have the team synergy to be able to synchronize and push the objective at the same exact time, making sure that the callouts are on point, making sure that the plays are on point. I mean,
yes, definitely. The first round is actually starting now on this OBJ right here, which is one of the difficult ones to defend, because you're quite open, in my opinion. There's only this building right here covering up this OBJ, and if enemies are able to flank you from behind, then yeah, Volk has to rotate back to avoid that cap. What can we see here? Jordan throwing that smoke here to make a cross to the south. Eventually he's going to just walk all the way over to the south up to gas station, being unexpected here, or is he just, yeah, he's just going to stay here. Let's take a look on Legion. What are they going to do? Yeah, Doggy Dog definitely watching that cross here on the street, because if Volks are able to cross this, as they just did, as you can see here on Aging Moss side, it can end up quite dangerous for you.
Seems that this defense is pretty meta. 1 on Motel, 2 on Objective, 2 in the south, 1 on the 3-story. Roan is watching money trucks here, as you can see in the north. Solo here in the in the 2nd story of the 3-story. Yeah, not any very colorful plays. I think this is really standard. It's a standard defense, but I'm wondering if Legion have the discipline and the capabilities to handle something like this. Quick shots by Midgetman on the top of a hospital. I think pre-firing onto Battlestar. Not sure if they saw them. But yeah, Battlestar's position on the 2nd floor of Objective is very common.
Actually, I was able to see him. He even hit him once, but his was just not down there. I heard him screaming, his character, so I'm pretty sure it was a hit there. Yeah, let's take a look on Rogue Dice, who's in a bit going to have a little bit of a contact with Solo here. But then we have Sakul and Boredom, who are making their way up to Motel. By time, up to Roan, who's definitely having to stop them. There are other ways they can get pretty aggressive and dangerous for the defenders if they're able to kill Roan here, because Motel is, I would say, a key point of this OBJ. Solo taking out Rogue here on the south.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tight angle in between these 2 posts. It's not a head glitch peak, but it's definitely a tight angle there. It's hard for Marsoc to be able to flick like that. I think Solo definitely had the advantage. Midgetman should be playing off of their intel.
And a
it's
trade!
A headshot
Wow!
trade. Beautiful aim. As I was saying, Legion and AGM are filled with great shooters here on both of these rosters. Boredom getting scary close to Roan here in the cargo containers in the north. But, you know, I'm not sure if Roan can hear these footsteps.
I'm pretty sure he's not. If you take a look on his perspective, we can't hear anything at all.
Even if Boredom manages to slip past Rowan looking back onto the objective, that's too easy of a cleanup. I mean, maybe Boredom can find Platypus there on the west side of the objective building, but hearing those AK-5C shots so close, Roan will have the advantage from Motel. But Boredom, having played for quite a bit, they might also be expecting that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree here. But if Boredom's able to peek off, for example, Battlestar, I wouldn't say Battlestar because it's quite not peeking it, but Platus, then it can be quite dangerous for the defenders here. And Doggy Dog here on the south taking the cross. Actually, what I noticed that Jordan took Solo's opposition, I assume. No, he did not. It was different one. Actually, he did. Boredom now shooting the smoke. Yeah, I mean, he missed it a little bit. And now it's a, yeah, it's a 4 against 3 in favor for Agent Moss here. Smoke's going ahead by Boredom. Both smokes, sadly, not quite landing where they should be, I assume.
Yeah, 1 minute left. This is getting really tight. Smokes are on objective, but they're not landing. Your Jordanics, wow.
Wow, Battlestar here.
Battlestar with the
and Doggy Dog getting Jordan here. Wow. There was a, as you mentioned, quite beautiful double kill here by Battlestar. And now it's a 1 against 3, which is hard for Doggy Dog. And what it makes it even harder is the 40 seconds left on the time here.
Yeah, I mean, AGM, they felt the knee. What
Whoa, my God,
down
here.
There on the objective.
Battlestar seeing him not shooting. Wow! Oh my god, the OBJ is totally free now. Ro needs to rotate back to avoid a cap here. Is he able to make it in time? The tablet is out and he is... No, he's not. Okay, Doggy Dog did a good job here.
With just 10 seconds left, Legion brings it from a 1v3 to a 1v0. Wild. Absolutely wild.
What a nice comeback here in this round. Eventually it was a cap. Eventually he could have go for that cap if he has the skill to cap within 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and if he was taking a look on the code at the beginning. But actually I won't be mad at him for not capping because it was a 1 against 3 and I'm for sure he was under a lot of pressure here. Yeah, with 10 seconds left and he did an unbelievable good job here. Taking out this, I mean this frag, he was awesome there, and then the way he got the last 2 defenders was well done.
And Doggy Dog with basically an ace. Midget Man traded with Solomon very early up, and Doggy Dog cleaned up. Roan took out Battlestar took out 2 in the north. Doggy Dog came pushing, blasting through the defense and nade onto Platypus. I think that is what officially sealed the deal. The fact that Battlestar lost that engagement, it's fine. Battlestar got their kills. It's just the fact that Doggy Dog's nade landed so well,
Yeah.
and that Platypus was just immediately down. That immediate double kill onto the objective, that was an inevitable win for Legion and Doggy Dog. Beautiful plays.
For sure. And now we have the second round of quarantine with Aging Moss attacking now. Having their spawn right next to the plane here. Let's take a look. They have a 3-2 split here. 3 going for the south. Eventually, Doggy Dog is able to see them crossing the street now, but he's throwing the smoke by himself, making the safe cross here. The smoke is for sure telling Aging Moss that Doggy Dog has crossed it, trying to go for a flank here. I mean, what else should the smoke before, right?
Yeah, this defense is really interesting. It's different to AGM's. I think Boredom's position here on the other side of the center apartments, the center building, it kind of sets the tone. They're really looking for all of the angles. The Legion is putting 2 up there in the north on Motel. That gives me an idea that they're expecting a Motel push, or they've had a really hard time defending a Motel push. But AGM is pretty much spread out across the board. We have that double player push on the north, and the fact that Rogue Dice and Midget Man are posted up on Motel, I'm confident that AGM is going to have at least a hard time breaching this north, and they're actually really close to the objective. This is what I'm talking about. These rooms in Motel are so dark, Leander.
Yeah, you can barely see Midget Man here. If you take a look on that, you can just, if you're the attacker, it's almost impossible. That Midget Man was having a nice angle there, shooting Platos here. Now it's a 4 against 5 in favor for Legion here. Agimos eventually struggling to where they should attack them now. Jordan.
AGM did deploy a drone, is what I heard, and Rogue Dice just shot it down. I'm not sure what the drone saw, but Doggy Dog in the south, this on the rocks, this is a very compelling position.
Yeah, it's I would say quite an unexpected one. Midget Man taking out Battlestar here on the Motel again. It's Doggy Dog taking out Rowan here. Yeah, so what I was about to say is that Doggy Dog has a, I would say, unexpected position here, you know. You're not really expect him then to rush out that far. And if they are, which of course can happen every time, Doggy Dog has still a good angle here. Behind this rock he has good cover and he can peek out, and the attackers, in fact, have no cover at all here. It's a good position Doggy Dog took there. And now it's only up to Solo and Jordan here. Solo having this, I would say, quite hard position to master here, because Doggy Dog, Sakul, and Borden can have an eye on you if they know where you're at. He's almost walking inside of the wall in here.
Yeah, Jordan and Solo, they're going to have a really hard time pushing this objective just because of the 5 players that are still alive for Legion, but also these beautiful cross angles, Borden finding them, as I was just saying. That cross angles, they are covering each other. Midget Man has the far north, Borden has the cargo containers, Doggy Dog has the far south, and here comes Solo. He's got so many players to deal with. Zakul on the second floor of objective. Doggy Dog can swing around, so can Boredom. I mean, Solo is walking into a spring trap that's just about to set off. Here comes Doggy Dog.
Oh, is he going to see him here? Yes, he is.
There goes that headshot, and Legion take 2 points.
Yeah, Solo was just taking the way by like 3 crossfires. Having watching him, it was quite hard to master for him, I believe. Eventually, I mean, he still had 2 minutes left on the time, you know. Do you think it was a good move for him to take this way he took?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, there's not much you can do in a 1v5, and there's really not much you can do in a 1v5. You know, a clutch is, they're hard to come by. We have 2 players that have dropped from AGN. There might be a timeout coming up. But, yeah, it's really, a 1v5 is not something to laugh about. It's very difficult. And Legion, they just had those cross angles, and I think Aging Moss, Battlestar, and who was in the north? They were just they just didn't know how to push money trucks sorry, Motel. You know, when I was playing in season 12, I spent so many hours practicing each map and pushing Motel from money trucks and pre-firing all the dark spots was one of our drills. And I think Aging Moss have a bit of a work cut out for them in the free roam. But yeah, very strong start. Leander, I think we do have a timeout from Aging Moss.
Yes, we actually do. Yeah, so what I know, we don't hit a round starting. Okay, they just tease us here, I believe. No, we're actually starting.
No, I think it's a round reset. There's
it
no
is.
Way.
Yeah, they just didn't communicate it. Alright. Yeah, so Solo, it was a 1 against 5. It's always hard to do anything here. I mean, yes, there might be situations where you actually are able to win a 1 against 5, but it's hard. You have pressure, and yeah, I guess players do what they can do the best and try their best, but it's, as we said like many times, so it's hard. Yeah, so we have a 10-minute timer now. I say that we go through a little ad break here for some few minutes, guys. Be right back. We will be back in 7 minutes here. Yeah, grab something to drink, to eat, and we see you soon, guys.
Hey, chat. Yes.
Easy going right there. Look at him. One more to go.
Hey, chat. Yes.
Easy going right there. Look at him. One more to go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After the short 10-minute break, I guess it had been like 6 minutes. And
just
now, yeah, we're going to for sure start within the next minute or minutes, actually 1 or 2. I guess we should take this time to talk about the first OBJ, right? What do you think?
Yeah,
About the
this
next, not the first, it's the next.
round number 3, Legion 2-0 against Aging Moss. This next objective is Tank Courtyard. Yes, Tank Courtyard. Uh, yeah, this one's tough. This one's tough. It's in the middle of the map. Um, I'm expecting Aging Moss to set up some defenders that are going to be pushing more aggressively to the north and south flanks, but uh, yeah, it's also AC is going to be a hot contender. If AC is under control by Legion, really difficult. I think there's 2 spawns for Marsoc, north and south of the west side. Do you know, Leander?
Yeah, I would also agree. I guess they should be 2 right here. Now we are starting into the 3rd round. Was about to say some more things, but let's just jump right into the action here, right? Only 4 Legion players are in. It's not
Another
ideal.
reset coming up.
Yeah. Pretty sure we will jump into the action in a bit. I guess you just forgot to ready up here, right? Yeah, so for this OBJ, what Aging Moss has to be aware of are the flanks, because as Jumpet already mentioned, it's quite in the middle here. It's enemies can honestly come for you from every direction. They can come from behind, from the south, north, west, east. So yeah, you definitely have to have a little more spread out defense here, because I mean it's almost impossible to have all of the defenders placed next to the OBJ here. There are not many opportunities for you to defend the OBJ at all. I mean, yeah, you can fit one in the underground right here and one in the behind these fake broken windows here on the mall. But yeah, the rest has to be a little bit more spread out, taking the flanks. So I'm curious to see how Adrian Moss is going to do this now here.
You know, Onward is a game that, especially with the maps, the game mechanics, it's a fertile breeding ground for variety of different strats and play styles. I think, yeah, as I said, AC Roof is 100% gonna be taking at some point, either by defense or offense, but AC Roof is going to change the tide. It's gonna set whoever takes control of AC is pretty much guaranteed a win, unless Legion comes up with another clutch like we saw on Tanker.
Definitely.
That was and round number 2 as well. That was an insane clutch up by Doggy Dog.
Yeah, and if you take a quiet look on the stats again, we can actually see that Aging Moss has played on this map 10 rounds before with a win rate of 60%. So I would say that Aging Moss is, from all of these maps, it should be one of their most played of this season. So eventually Aging Moss is able to put up a good fight against Legion now again. Having a little comeback now. And as I said, we're now starting into the 3rd round. Yep, every player's in. No problems, let's go. Yep, that's something you have to do. Legion having this north spawn now next to the plane, and splitting up 2-3 split here. 3 going for the south side, 2 taking the north here. And let's take a look on Agimo's defense here. What are they going to do now? They have Jordan behind this. Oh, whoa! Jordan's position is it a meta position? I actually don't know. It seems at least to be a good one here. Watching the plane here, and eventually he's able to see bottom if he's peeking right here pretty soon. Battlestar taking the underground, and yeah, that's all of them on the OBJ. No one else is taking the OBJ. Rogue seeing Solo crossing here, giving the call out on his cross, which means Legion is aware of Solo being right there, or IMG. Don't know who he is. Midget Man, as you can see, is taking a look on this entrance here. Expect him Solo to take the entrance here, and Solo is able to get Doggy Dog here. Yeah, but Midget Man is trading him off. It's 4 against 4 now. Everything is still open.
That was a really aggressive push by Solo. I mean, Onward is a game of slow plays, and Solo was just pushing through Midget. All he had to do was just hunker down, peek, and Solo was caught right out in the open. It was a great kill onto that offense, the Marstock there, west of Hospital, but yeah, not a good move to continue pushing like that. And you know, if there's one, expect one more.
Yes, you're definitely right. Sometimes you eventually need to realize when to just stay back, when to stop with your aggressive plays and play it safe. Most important here on long range maps, if you're going to just run out further and further, then you're too far away from the objective and yeah. There's always one more, as you already mentioned.
Wow, what a nade. So close to Battlestar. I don't know if we caught that on tape here, but
Sadly
Boredom tossed a
not.
grenade into the turbine, into the hole on Tank Courtyard and barely missed Battlestar there. That was a great toss, but I mean, I'm expecting Assassin to having to deal with. It's gonna be difficult for Assassin to deal with the North. As I said, Rogue Dice has now control of AC Roof, and once smokes are put, I mean, Jordan's spot on this objective, it kind of is an amazing defense because you can't do anything. Captain Kitty there is ready for a flank from the from the east side of the garage. This is a great defense and a great offense setup. Two in the far north, just past the halfway mark. I mean, ample time for this round to develop, but I can't really see a definitive winner. Here comes a Utila smoke out onto the mid. Little bit. Wow, that was perfect.
If that would have been a frag, Battlestar would be dead, I guess, here. What a perfect
Beautiful
smoke.
nade. And got really lucky with that bounce off the backboard into the hole. That was almost off, but great toss there by Rogue Dice. Doubling up on the burning here on center. The pressure's on. If smoke gets tossed back out, actually decent placement there by Battlestar. I doubt that was intentional, but
Yeah.
the pressure's on and onto the objective, Leander. I don't know who the winner of this round is going to be. This is kind of 50-50 to me with this placement.
I agree with you there. It's good offense here and a good defense, as you mentioned. But Sakul is actually downing Jordan now. An assassin getting midget, man. It's a 3.5 against 3 now. Aging Moss is able to revive now. But Sakul eventually seeing assassin here. And he actually is.
Oh, no. He got shot in the back.
What a nice kill there from Sakul here. Captain Kitty trying to get... I know it was Rogue Dice, yeah, Captain Kitty was Rogue Dice position, but somebody, I guess it was Jordan, was able to kill Zakul here.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah,
Wait,
meanwhile...
Assassin died and he just killed Zakul.
I don't know what that happened, yeah.
I don't know what that was, but it's now a 2v2.
And
Battlestar
Battlestar
still... yeah, Battlestar is still able to operate. Hearing these footsteps on board him, Captain Kitty has got to crash back. Here's another util.
Oh, and the flash connecting! And then he's going for the cap!
Way.
He's going for the cap. Will that be the 4th point for Legion here? 1, 2, 3. Come on.
No way. That.
Oh, Battlestar taking him out. What a nice pick here. What a nice rotation by Battlestar here. He was aware of him taking the...
Dice on Battlestar's rotation. How did Battlestar get away with that kill? Here comes Rogue Dice pushing in.
Whoa!
Battlestar cleans up with a double.
What was that? Do you think it was a lack of communication here? Rogue Dice wasn't aware of his teammate going for the cap here. It was just... I don't know what he did. I guess he was flanking further around.
What was he looking at? I wasn't aware of what Rogue Dice was looking at. How did he miss? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure it was a
insane.
pretty close cap here. And yeah, as mentioned, we all know the feeling of being there capping and then eventually forgetting the code and having to recheck the code. And if you then
I
getting
mean-
killed, it's quite frustrating here. But what a nice rotation here by Battlestar. That was awesome here.
Yeah, I mean, Battlestar did not cook that flash whatsoever. Battlestar tossed the flash. It actually went into the nook and cranny of the window. And
Oh,
to
okay.
me, that's basically as if you didn't flash. The fact that who was on objective? Boredom, right?
I
Boredom.
believe it was, yeah, Boredom, I believe. Yep.
Boredom was capping. I cannot believe Boredom didn't put the code in.
Yeah, Boredom was...
I really doubt that flash got him. I doubt it because it went into the window of the building.
No, I mean, Battlestar was going back then. I don't know what he did. He was just rotating around back inside.
No, Battlestar tossed the flash.
Really? Oh.
He peeked the objective. The smoke went out. And, yeah. Boredom was caught out in the open with the tablet out. Battlestar finds the pick, and then Rogue Dice having to push up from APC Courtyard. That was painful to watch. AGM take their first point on quarantine.
And a reset. Alright. We're going to start the fourth round then, I'm pretty sure pretty soon here with Legion on the defense this time. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, eventually Boredom would have been able to just position himself a little bit more on the right behind this tanker here, and then he would eventually take this cap because he would have been in cover from Battlestar for a few more seconds here. But he did not, and that's why Battlestar was able to get him here. And now we have Aging Moss on the attack with the same spawn actually.
Now we really get to compare and contrast these two teams. I mean,
Both teams are
wow.
putting a spectacular fight here up today. It's awesome to watch. Through and... Oh.
Look at Rogue Dice pushing the AC, and this early peak, it's gonna set the tone.
Are they seeing
for
him
the rest of
though?
the round.
Yeah, Zeku killing
Zakul
him.
finds one. Rogue Dice in the north. He doesn't peek the semi-truck to Marsoccer in the far north. Captain Kitty continues crossing. Oh my god, Rogue Dice misses their shots.
Gave him the call out here, which been needed. Wow, they've made their way up pretty far in the north, but Rogue Dice, oh, sadly failing this frag right here. Rogue Dice is having a quite, yeah, offensive position here. I would say it's Legion definitely having a somehow different defense than AG Moss had in the last round, I would say. And actually, John was able to get Rogue Dice here, which means the north is open now for Aging Moss. Boredom is having this middle building right here, which is eventually good for him because he's able to see Assassin. Is he? I believe so. Let's take a look on that. Oh yeah, they're definitely aware of each other's position here, but none of these shots are connected, which of course is pretty hard here. It's a pretty long range and you can only see your head there. Let's take a look on Captain Kitty and
Oh, jeez.
Battlestar.
Sorry, Assassin almost gets killed, but yeah, that north push is moving along quite handsomely.
He was just bottom floor, but I think he's on. He's
Captain Kitty getting Sakul. Only Midget Man left on the OBJ here. Of course, Boredom can rotate back now, but now it's quite
Definitely
dangerous.
Boredom has a clear line of
Boredom
sight.
getting
Just
killed
not
though.
anymore.
Only Midget Man left on the OBJ. What do you think?
Where's
Smoke's
the
going
crowd?
ahead.
The smokes are out.
Oh, it's getting dangerous now.
No,
Doggy
no,
Dog.
these
Is he
smokes.
rotating back? Yes, he is. Okay.
These smokes are terrible. AGM, they're not smoking out anything. Midgetman still has free range to check all the corners. Footsteps coming out from Captain Kitty on the north of apartments. I mean, the pressure's on it. Doggy Dog.
Is he getting him from
has
behind here?
ample time to crash back.
No, actually, Captain Kitty not checking Doggy Dog's position here, but Captain Kitty flanking Midget Man. The OBJ is totally open now.
Hey, the cap is going.
Oh,
This is it.
Doggy
AGM.
Dog. They can cap Doggy. I mean, they have
Jordanic
5
should
seconds
not-
and
oh
a
my
cap.
God, that was close. That was close.
Wow.
That was close. One more second, and Legion could have had a double kill, and Jordanic would have had to clutch that up. But just in time, AGM take 2 points totaling 3-2 against Legion here on map 2, Leander. That was really interesting. Really interesting. First thing I want to address is Rogue Dice. They pushed up AC so aggressively, wasted a grenade. That was really unfortunate. But also strat-wise, the Legion should have been aware that the South Warehouse has a perfect line of sight onto AC roof. You can see east of it and more from Warehouse, and I don't know whether Legion had a defender there in the south to be able to deny that peak. At second floor of Hospital was able to find Rogue Dice, and that north absolutely crumbled just like that.
I absolutely agree on here. It wasn't a bad defense from Legion here, but Aging Moss outplayed it a little bit. Yeah, the smokes here on an OBJ have been terrible. Eventually the cap would have been starting there sooner if they wouldn't fail on that smokes there, but that was a nice rotation from Captain Kitty here, getting Midgetman from behind, and then the OBJ was completely open. It was awesome. A nice play here.
Yeah. The bad placement of the smokes is a purely aesthetical problem. I mean, the root of the Marsoc strat from AGM was solid. I think Captain Kitty was very lucky that Midgetman didn't expect there to be a Marsoc right behind him. You know, Doggy Dog is there. Doggy Dog is east of the objective. How could a Marsoc be there? You know, and I think I think Midgetman did not expect somebody there. Let's go into the next round. I can talk all day about that play.
Yeah, it was awesome. Now we're into round 5, and it's actually looking good for Aging Moss now. And if Aging Moss is able to win this one last defense round, everything is still open, and yeah, the last map is for sure going to be pretty interesting then. We can actually see Doggy Dog pre-firing, you know. None of the Aging Moss players are taking the position he's going to pre-fire. This is a...
Yeah, that cross from Assassin and Jordan, that could have been spotted there by Marsoc pushing AC Hospital, but they miss each other. It's 5 minutes 20 seconds into the round. 5v5.
And Assassin is having a pretty good position here. He's for sure going to have an encounter with Midgetman, bottom on so cool if they're going to walk further on. And then, yeah, I believe Assassin's position is pretty good here as cover, and he can pre-fire them if he is hearing steps. So, good that he made the cross here for them. And I would say, yeah, I like Aging Moss defense here. I feel like they're playing this pretty safe. They don't want to risk anything, just win this round. So, yeah, I guess risking things wouldn't be like the best idea here, right?
I think the one risk they have going for them is Battlestar's position there on a white car patio. There's so many angles in which Marsoc can peek that from that it's kind of a gamble whether Battlestar will be able to win that engagement. It's a great line of sight onto Burning, as you can see. Battlestar has full control of any movement that comes from the center onto Fuselage, but this Legion Marsoc push is north heavy. They are trying to push into Assassin's position, and this double up here, Boredom and Midgetman, I don't know whether Assassin has utility to use and be able to deny this. Boredom on the west side, Midgetman pushing this dumpster. He is ready for a position here, though.
Yeah, Midgetman is actually peeking it. And Assassin having a flash, though, but I'm not sure if it's...
Assassin sees the movement.
Flash goes ahead!
Flash out!
Midgetman dodging this flash.
He's hiding behind Zakul, though. Is he ready? He is.
Wow.
What a kill. Midgetman loses a friendly, but Midgetman can still operate. Boredom cannot help them out, as there is Jordan. Doggy Dog finds Battlestar there.
I'm going to stick to this
from the south
combat here, because this seems to be quite interesting here. Midgetman against Assassin. Yeah, the way Midgetman just went behind his rock to get cover and not get flashed was quite nice. And Assassin had a good pre-fire on Sakuli with the smoke. Was it a Midgetman's flash here? I don't know exactly what was.
No, that was Boredom's flash. And
Assassin
oh my
flashed,
god, Assassin
but
flash.
Actually, Captain having an... Oh, Captain was almost getting Midgetman here. Captain had a nice angle on Midget Man, but Midget Man was able to get Assassin here. Now it's a 4 against 3 in favor for Legion here. Getting quite interesting now.
Yeah, Solo has a great line of sight there on the eastern push. I mean, it completely denies movement there. Jordanix also holding a strong position to essentially, yeah, delay a Marsoc push, a 3v4. It's not looking good, though, for the defense. Captain Kitty is, there's a lot riding on Captain Kitty's shoulders. Not only do they have, do they need to cover Solomon's back in the far northwest, they've also got to make sure that none push the AC roof as they are right now. Midget Man and Boredom riding along the AC roof. Jordan, are you ready for it?
Yeah, that's what I also just questioned myself. Jordan could be peeking this now, and they're actually not expecting Jordan to be here. And he is peeking this, right? Jordan taking out... Whoa! Boredom is able to kill him before that, but Solo's getting Midget Man. Wow, that was quite closely with Jordan, I believe it was. And now Legion is eventually able to get this cap, because only Captain Kitty is left alive and not actually focusing that much on the OBJ, as you can see here. He has a tablet on the floor,
Yeah,
but...
The smoke's... Oh, no! It's just a down with the tar, and Boredom cleans it up with the Mark 18 through the barrels. I mean, Captain Kitty, if the smokes were placed just a little bit better there by Legion, I think they could have definitely capped.
Yes.
I don't think Captain Kitty would have had a good line of sight onto the objective, but luckily for them, that tar, it's a low fire rate, very vertical recoil, and that control didn't come through. Aging Moss is really, really close to losing this series against Legion.
I'm pretty sure they have a lot of pressure right now here. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Legion would have been able to take the cap if they eventually smoked this off a little bit more and communicated there's only one defender left alive. I'm not sure if they had a kill count. Eventually that was the reason for them to not go for a cap here. But now the scores are 3-3 on Quarantine, and Legion actually won the first map, which means, as already mentioned, Aging Moss will have for sure a lot of pressure here, because losing this round will cost them the whole match. And winning this round means that we will have a 30-sider map, making this a whole lot of more interesting here today.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us can confidently say we look forward to seeing a map 3 where that is the true match deciding map. Yeah, this is such a difficult objective to defend, but also attack. I mean, I've seen quite a few teams just not be able to handle aggressive and tactical defense spots. I mean, Assassin, because of their tech issues there on that dumpster, they just let go, and Midget Man was able to cross. As well as Battlestar getting picked out from I think in between, somewhere near Broken Wing. Absolutely cost AGM that defense round. If AGM can secure this Marsoc round the same way Legion did, Legion have got to make more mistakes to allow Aging Moss. Aging Moss have... yeah. I don't know what else there is to do for Aging Moss except... I don't know. Pull something from out of the hat. Round number 7.
Let's go. Yeah, this OBJ is pretty open, which makes it also hard to defend, but also, as you mentioned, hard to attack, because yeah, if you go for a cap, then you're just in the totally open there, and only smokes can block any visions there, and you have no huge cover here. But yeah, defending this makes it also hard. And oh, take a look at Midget Man here, who is watching this. Is there, yeah, the quick spawn eventually, I believe?
It is quick spawn, and Crash is being contested. Jordan pushing in with bot. Zakul and Boredom do hear these footsteps on the... What a...
Yeah, that was...
Trade.
4 against 4 now. And but Zakul is still there. They're not aware of Zakul. Zakul getting better star.
Oh no.
This will be a huge problem for Aging Moss now. Solo getting rogue.
Pushing up. He finds one on AC roof. Zakul is
What a
just
nice
letting it
pick
go.
off
Look
there,
at
yeah.
Solo. Solo is absolutely blitzkrieging. Zakul finds a third.
Oh, it's not looking too good for Aging Moss now. 2 against 3, and Sakul is absolutely killing it here. Let's take a look on his kill count here, having 3, and Doggy Dog having 7. It's quite a
If
nice.
Solo didn't
Best
kill
already,
that
also
guy
having 7.
on AC roof, it would have been really, really bad. A 2v4 is not good. Midget Man has this angle. I don't know if Solo's ready for it. Peek your left, peek your left. No, Solo goes down. A quick headshot. It's just left up to Assassin, needing to deal with Zakul and Crash. Midget Man on the objective.
This will
Wow.
for sure be hard. We've seen a 1 against 3 clutch before on this map. Do you think we will see it again? Yeah, I mean, he's able to, but it's for sure really hard now. It's 1 against 3 always hard, and
Especially with a 4x scope that
yeah.
Assassin has. That's rough. 4 minutes, ample time to operate.
Yeah, the good thing about the situations is that he still has a time for him. The time plays for him here. Only 2 minutes have been played.
Doggy Dog is
But
not in a position to really defend this. I mean, if they see some movement out of the corner of their eye, Doggy Dog might be able to see Assassin pushing this, but if Assassin does push through this alleyway, it kind of puts them out in the open. If they manage to find Midget Man with this beautiful head peek there near the objective, and Doggy Dog absolutely kind of fumbles this defense, Zakul is the last one to crash onto the objective, and Assassin, as long as they're positioned right, they could clean this up. I'm not sure if Legion is ready for this. Can they see Midget Man?
exactly.
Oh my gosh.
It's intense now. Ah, Midget Man, no. Yeah, pretty sure Midget
Okay,
Man just
okay.
saw him and Midget Man
No
killing
way!
Assassin. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Legion take it against AGM.
There was such a close one here. I mean, the round wasn't, but the map in general was a really close one. Both teams did a good job here. Agimon said it just dying a little bit too early on this map here. It's because Sakul was actually killing 3 of them, I believe, and I see it's a rehost, I believe, here. But
Yeah,
it's
rehost.
we're not done yet. We still have a last map, and even though Legion have won the match, Agimos should be still trying their best, because it's all about MMR, you know. If they win this map 5-0 now, they can save a lot of MMR here, and yeah, Legion can gain a lot of more MMR winning the 3rd map here, so it's for sure going to be still an interesting fight on this map. On this match, the last map here.
Subway, it's gonna be tight. I mean, AGM starting off on Marsog, they must be confident on Subway, because Legion, they are experienced. Again, as both of you and I have said before,
Yeah.
they are experienced players. New roster, meaning slightly difficult to create that synchronization, but look, they've done well enough against AGM. Both of these rosters are new. Experienced players, just more mistakes coming out from AGM, pushing too aggressively, not peeking all the corners.
Yeah, and as you can see here, Subway was played 6 times by Legion, winning 33% of them. Eventually it could leak Agimos from choosing this. It's Agimos pick here, right?
Yes, yeah.
Alright. I'm pretty sure this will be an interesting one here.
First objective is in the north. It's tough. I mean, this is going to be a masterclass on how to push.
Yeah, pushing this. Sorry, yeah?
No. Oh, I was just gonna say, like,
Okay.
the way these two teams play their offense and defensive rounds, it's gonna be this objective is a great indicator as to how they play Subway. This is one of the most classic objectives on this map, and we've seen a lot of different combinations: aggressive north, aggressive south,
Definitely.
aggressive north, defensive south, defensive north, aggressive south. You know, I guess there's only 4 then. But yeah, Legion on defense. You know what? I would bet you here. The next time you and I play, Leander,
Yes?
I'm gonna give you a dumb mag if Midget Man doesn't push north. I really think Midget Man's gonna push north on defense.
You think?
I
Yeah,
I
pushing
really
north
think
is a dangerous thing to do because there could be C4, there could be everything. But if you're able to make it through the north here, then holy shit, you're close to the OBJ here. And smokes could lead you to the cap pretty fast. What's Oh no, I was just confused. Yeah, aging moss, you know, attacking. And I'm pretty sure that, as you mentioned,
No! I owe you a drum mag. It's Zakul who's pushing north. It's not Midget Man. Zakul is pushing the north.
pretty sure Saku
They
will
got a
throw that frag
C4.
now. It's a
A
smoke.
flash out. It's not far enough.
Yeah, smoke was eventually a little bit too high thrown. It's not in the range to get anyone right here. Alright, this is intense now, but meanwhile Assassin and John are on the north. Batista and Solo are making their way all the way to the south stairs, going downstairs now here, and Saku getting Assassin.
Oh my god. AGM keeps running out and getting shot. Put some util in. Assassin
Yeah, it was also...
just runs into a mousetrap. That was, oh man.
Edgy Moss was for sure aware of Saku's position right there and just did not throw any flashes or anything and just peeked it off. That was for sure the mistake and the reason why Saku was able to just peek him off here by where he was trying to peek. And Batista and
This is
Solo
amazing.
are on here now, trying to get a view on some Wolf players, but... Oh, Boredom right behind him! Getting...
There's a headshot.
Oh my god! What a nice headshot here, and Batista throwing a frag here? No, it's a smoke!
Beautiful.
Flash,
Dog
not a
doesn't
smoke.
have it. Battlestar doesn't push it. Battlestar doesn't push it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, yeah, this is quite an interesting fight here, and
Captain Kitty has the ability
a
to
smoke?
cover Battlestar, but he doesn't push on the flash. A wasted util. Doggy Dog could have been killed by Captain Kitty if they had that crossfire, but no, Boredom is still alive. Doggy Dog is still alive. Captain Kitty is still alive. We're still going in. 3 minutes and 30 seconds now. Leander, that was such a bad case of missed opportunity. It hurts my heart to see this.
Yeah, it's two huge mistakes on the first round here, I would say. And Boredom is now right here. Battlestar actually doing something quite good here,
I think
rotating to the other
yeah,
stairs. It's a
I
good
think
idea here.
I think Boredom heard him run, so I think there's a chance Boredom may not peek the south. Hopefully not, but Battlestar is for sure looking for a pick, just peeking that north objective. Dog Dog is in a great position, tucked in the corner of that track west side. Jordanic's
Definitely,
getting
yeah.
scary close to Zakul though.
That's why I was just right about to say John is right almost next to Zakul and one flash and then an instant one
Zakul
flash
still
and then
has
just
that
running to him.
C4 though.
Zakul is, what is he doing? He's vibing here. Where's that C4 placed though? I am not able to find it. Not on Jordan S, it seems.
Maybe not. Maybe I saw that wrong.
Maybe it was a No, there actually is no C4, but no, Doggy Dog getting Captain Kitty on his way trying to make it inside of here, and Captain Kitty was not seeming to take a look on Doggy Dog's position at all. It's confusing. But Batista.
Just under 2 minutes. Leander, oh my god, the north is clear. The pinch can happen, a 2v4. It's still possible.
Batista getting bottom here.
Onto the objective.
2 against 3, everything is open now, everything is possible. John actually eventually, no, I guess he's sticking with the north here. Is he having a smoke? No, he's rotating. They have 1.5 minutes left, and was he just checking his flank? No, he's looting. He's looting.
Here's the thing: if Battlestar heard the shot from boredom, that was an AK-104, Leander. If Battlestar recognizes that Captain Kitty died by an AK-12, Battlestar should understand that there is still one more Volk somewhere here on the second level of Subway. Battlestar needs.
Yes, and he is aware of that.
Needs.
Take a look on Battlestar watching Doggy Dog's position. I'm pretty sure he's aware of him being right where he is. I'm pretty sure he was not recognizing the weapon. He was in a combat in the meantime, but he was for sure hearing these shots. And
I really hope that Doggy Dog is that Battlestar recognizes there's one more Volk, because Jordan has so much work to do. If it's a 1v3, it's so tough, especially with this beautiful peek here by Midget. It's going to be very difficult for Jordan to counter this. And
Battlestar! Oh my god, it's a 2 against 2 now. Midget man, what is he doing? Is he leaving his position? No, they're still sticking. Actually, it's 3-4 cap here. Battlestar could cap it. None of the...
Oh my god.
Oh, Fade flash here.
No
And
way, Midget with the drop shot.
What was that? Take a look on the replay here. What a stunning drop shot here was. What was he doing? Was he just dropping himself in real life? That was wow. I've actually never seen a clean kill like that. This drop shot was awesome here.
Oh man, that was so close for AGN. So close.
It really was.
The potential of that. I cannot believe Doggy Dog lost that engagement against Battlestar, but somehow Jordan, that counter flash, it absolutely messed him up, because Jordan pushed into that, blindly pre-fired into that corner, but Rogue Dice was ready for him. Shut that north down, and Battlestar was left with a 1v2. God, that was... Oh, man. I would be so frustrated. Very close round.
Same here. The flash did everything here, I assume.
Yes, it did.
But now we have Legion on the attacker side here, and yeah, I would say that it's one of the harder objectives to attack, in my opinion. Which means AG Moss might be able to take this round now here, right? Round 2.
Yeah. I mean, if we're looking at their performance, Aging Moss here on defense, they might have the advantage, but here comes Solo pushing aggro. What gun do they have on? AK-12. They don't have the earliest angle.
Actually, AG Moss is having nobody rushing the north. No, actually, Assassin is doing it now. Eventually a little bit delayed here. I don't know.
Oh god, what is Assassin doing? A frag.
Frag, not getting anybody here. Yeah, and Midget Man in bottom.
Close to Rogue though.
All the way down.
Flash out, that's definitely gonna catch him. Assassin's continuing counter flash. Assassin is safe behind the dumpster, but what a position. Rogue Dice is gonna have quite a difficult time.
Let's see on Assassin's POV here. He can barely see anything. It's pretty dark there in this corner where Rogue Dice is hiding. So I guess the best thing to do for Assassins now is to not peek it. To just...
Beautiful flick there by Battlestar. Quick peeking on the south of Horseshoe, but Zakula's still there on the north.
Split here, yeah. Zakul is still there, yeah. And Zakul for sure aware of Battlestar's position here. Battlestar was
Yeah,
flashed.
Battlestar got flashed. Battlestar got flashed, yeah.
That was an awesome
What a
flash
kill.
there, yeah.
A
Yeah,
great
Assassin
refrag
and
by
Rogue dice.
Zakul, bringing it to a 4v4. I mean, Leander, I'm expecting Zakul. I don't know if Captain Kitty is ready for this. Look at them rotating off. There was
Let's
an
take a look.
AK-5C shots that just came out, and Captain Kitty's rotating towards the objective. That was so risky. I cannot believe that just happened. Jordan too. Look at Jordan.
Oh, Midget Man not peeking it in his act. Oh no, he is.
Oh, what is Jordan doing?
Midget Man was only having to click the trigger, and Jordan would have been dead here.
Solomon saves Jordan's life by suppressing Midget Man, narrowly missing his face.
Yeah, it's that was really close here. It was really deadly what Jordan did here. Suicidal, I would say, was
Jordan and Captain
decision
Kitty
here.
narrowly miss death. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Jordan's position there in the far east alleyway, that is going to wreak havoc. If they miss their shots, though, it's caught live.
Oh,
Onward Master League, this is such an important angle to take. It basically guarantees South coverage, but, you know, Jordan has also got to make sure that they don't get pre-fired.
take a look on that.
This is dangerous.
Oh, Boredom and Midget Man. It's. I mean, it's bringing them nothing, you know.
I think they're just going to try to bait some shots, but, you know, really, take a look at Jordan's position here on the east. It's really important for Jordan to not miss their shots. Zakul is very close and
Yes.
should be giving out audio cues for Jordan to pick up, but as we go past the halfway point 4v4, it's an even ground. Yeah, a standoff in the north and a standoff in the south.
And Assassin and Rogue still have the same position for like 3 minutes. Here, it's they know about each other's position here. They have been both talking. I'm pretty sure that they can hear each other's voices here. I'm pretty interested to see how this is going to end here. Is Assassin going to just pre-fire it, or is Rogue just going to rush it? And as you can see here, Rogue is actually going outside of his position and going back inside again.
Solomon's position here on the objective, it's good coverage of this stairway, but if he's not careful, he can get shot from other places on the second level. Midget Man getting really close to getting his headshot off. Here it goes.
Midget Man now actually getting
What
killed
a
by
headshot.
Solomon here.
Solo finds one.
I'm pretty sure that... Oh, Assassin getting Rogue. It's a 3 against 2 in favor for AJ Moss now here. And Boredom getting Solomon though. No, yeah, it happened quite a go. And Zakul still next to Jordan here. Pretty sure that they have an encounter pretty soon. At least when Zakul is going for the cross. Jordan could actually go outside of his position and pre-fire Zakul now. Because Zakul is not...
Yeah, Zakul may
take a
not
look
be
at
aware.
that.
Zakul may not be aware, but they're
He's
giving
not.
out audio cues. Jordan should be ready for this. They have the latest possible angle onto the objective, and that may not be a good thing.
But take a
That may
look
not be a good thing.
on Jordan's POV
They
now.
They might kill one, but Boredom is on track to get a refrag, or Zakul.
Yep.
But it looks like Zakul is a little bit more...
And Jordan seeing
There it goes.
Zakul and killing him here. Alright, Borden now knowing where Jordan is at. And as you can see, Assassin is going for a far flank to the south. Trying to get... No, he's actually not going for flank. He's taking Hosho here, but... Trying
Wow,
to get
Jordan
him beyond
rotating
Borden.
off. Boredom is thinking about that push, but
Whoa!
Jordan finds 2 kills here in the south. A beautiful defense cleanup on aisle 2, Aging Moss. Bring it to a 1-1.
What a nice rotation here, right? Jordan did an unbelievably good job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Killing
Boredom
Zakul
got
and then...
tunnel vision.
Yeah, just killing Zakul, and then the only good thing and wise thing to do is just to rotate around and get Borden from behind. And Borden was just actually not thinking about that, just pinning down the one door here. What a nice defense from Aging Moss here, right?
Absolutely.
We have a new OBJ, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a really interesting one in my opinion here. Take a look. What do you think about this one here?
Leander, these are two amazing objectives to start off here on Subway. This is arguably my favorite one, just because of the amount of things you can do on Triple X Alley. Yeah, I don't know how Aging Moss is going to be playing the Subway round. They might hold back like they did on Tanker. They might wait for somebody on Legion to push up aggressively and just take them out. An early 5v4, early pick.
Definitely, yeah. We've seen everything from these teams yet, and this is an awesome match, yeah. Great gameplay here today. Aggressive and not that aggressive, and we're starting into the third round now here.
Wow, Aging Moss have the quick spawn. This is gonna be exciting.
This is for sure going to be eventually a quick round now here, depending on what Legion is going to do and how Aging Moss is going to play this. I mean, eventually they're just going to stay back and rotate, but I don't think this is going to happen. Four-man rush here. Oh, Doggy Dog getting Jordan on the south here, going down the south stairs, and now it's a 4 against 5 in favor for Legion here. Let's take a look at what Captain Kitty is seeing.
If you check cam number 2, there's a C4 planted, and Midget Man is ready to blow, a tar in hand as well. This is tough. Does AGM have the experience to be able to toss a nade or to check the corners to clear out a C4 in this?
I'm pretty sure that they're aware that C4 can be placed there, but you know, it's always a hard thing to enter here if you know that there's a C4 bottom killing out Solomon here. And Sakura getting Captain Kitty. Whoa!
Oh my god.
No, I missed that sadly. No way.
Midget gets that double on Triple X Alley, and not even a minute in, Leander, and Aging Moss fall.
Alright, so what was that? So first of all, that was a beautiful defense here. I actually don't remember who it was, but one defensive player just rushing down the south stairs and then killing the Aging Moss player who's trying to get the south flank. And then the C4 you mentioned, which was unbelievably good. I guess it catch the last two players here, and yeah, so
that's why you don't stack. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So essentially what happened is Boredom behind dumpsters on the east alleys was able to catch one. Captain Kitty felt so confident pushing that, but Zakul had that cross angle protecting the dumpster play by Boredom and got that refrag. Sorry, got that 1-2 pick, and that's when that C4 went off. Double kill. Aging Moss, Battlestar, and someone else on Triple X Alley, they were just too close to each other, and they did not check behind them.
And now we're jumping into round number 4, I believe, should be. So yeah, that's why you, as you mentioned, don't stack right here, because yes, there are C4s for sure sometimes behind signs, and it's hard to deactivate them, you know. You can rush a little bit and then shoot them with the pistol, but then enemies can hear you and just blow the C4 before you're able to deactivate that C4 on your own. And you're not able to do it in silence because you're not, you can't reach it with your knife. Anyways, Legion having now the quick spawn here and having all 5 players except from Doggy Dog taking the...
Wow. Jordan throws a quick flash
here
onto Chinatown, and
oh, this
I
frag
think it
going to take
oh
Zakul
my
here.
God.
Zakul going to get
Revive
rest though.
immediately goes out though.
That was a nice frag, for sure. Just not making any difference to the game because the rest got ahead pretty early here. Anyways, Doggy Dog is still alive. And it looks like he's going to have an encounter with Solomon pretty soon if he's...
Leander,
Yes?
just about now, this is when Legion got 5-0 against Aging Moss. We are past the 1 minute mark. And we're still a 5v5. Aging Moss definitely sorry, Legion definitely taking their time, as well as Aging Moss having great aggressive
Oh, take a
angles
look.
there.
Oh, have you seen that frag here?
Wow.
Take a look on the replay on the bottom right. That was a good frag. Yeah, you can see Legion is aware of the meta positions. Legion just knows where the most players are most of the time, and then they just throw frags on these positions, which is not a dumb thing to do, which for sure is
I
something
don't
nice.
know how Midget Man was not confident about that frag placement, because that was beautiful.
Yes, that was a good throwing aim here. It's hard. It's pretty hard to throw the frag from the angle Midgetman had inside of there. But he made it, and now it's up to Captain Kitty to stop Midgetman and Sakul from entering here. And actually, there's a frag going on from bottom. But he's getting killed by Jordan here. And Jordan and Rogue having an encounter soon. Oh, Rogue getting Jordan here. It's a 3 against 3 now.
Solo finds one on the south. This is a 3v3, a beautiful lurk position by Solo. Legion was not ready for that. Again,
Captain Kitty
3v3,
getting Midgetman here.
3v2.
Wow, that... Oh, is that a flash? Yes, it is. Sakul going to run into them now.
No, it's over for Zakul.
And Solomon is resible here. Nice. It's
They
a
trade.
3
Wow.
against 1.
Look at Captain Kitty pushing that.
Rogue getting better, though. Smoking the OBJ
So
off.
much just happened. Smoke on the objective, Leander.
Yes, it looked good for Aging Moss now, but it still looks good. Don't get me wrong, but Rogue is for sure able to do something, you know. He's checking his behind to avoid getting flanked, but he's not rotating at all. He's still sticking to his old position. And Captain Kitty is killing him, though.
Whoa!
This is an awesome match here, right? It's a trade
What a
between these
headshot.
teams. Wow.
Yeah, no, I have to say that after Solo got that trade out north of the objective, Captain Kitty didn't even peek, didn't even check Horseshoe. They just straight crossed and got that revive. I mean, that was a risky, gutsy move by Captain Kitty, but that revive definitely
For
came in
sure
clutch.
it was,
If Captain Kitty missed their shots onto Rogue Dice, it would have been a 1v1, and that's just a gamble that I would not want to take.
It was for sure a nice attack here by Legion, though. Even though they have not won the round. I mean, just, yeah, reminding ourselves from this awesome frag Midgetman throw there. It's a sign of Legion being really experienced on maps like Subway here. But yeah, Agimos was able to win this, and Agimos did a good job defending here. And we have a new OBJ. I feel like we have one of the best possible OBJs in this map here for today. How do you feel about that one? I love this position here.
Yeah, this Chinatown objective is really yeah, some pretty crazy things can happen here.
Yes.
One thing is for sure is that Aging Moss, they cannot be careless and just mindlessly aggressive. This south spawn, though, I don't know if Legion... I mean, Legion seems very comfortable and aware with all the timings in this game. I really look forward to Rogue Dice or someone else on Legion to push the south alleys and flash the south stairs.
Look at this.
That would be an amazing play.
All 5 of them are sticking together here. It's wouldn't expect that. Eventually, I would assume one of them to take eventually the north flank. But Midgetman...
Wow.
No, it was just an optical illusion here. I just got tricked. I thought
Yeah.
Midgetman is going to rush this now. But he's staying back.
AGM, they have full control of the alleyways. All it is just a game to clear out C4, clear out any lurk positions from Volk. as Rogue that should be hearing these voices and footsteps now, tucked in all the way in the west.
And a
What
C4.
a C4.
Both only down, but they're for sure getting to get finished out pretty soon here. That was a... yeah, as you
A
can see
double
here.
C4. Captain Kitty goes
Whoa!
down. A second one with the trade in the triple X alley.
Rogue Days
This
got
is-
2 of them here. Battlestar is able to kill him though, and now it's a 1.5 against 4. What a fast round here. Only 1 minute in, and only one of the Aging Moss players is still alive. I mean, one is down. He could eventually go for that rest. Eventually, I believe it's still quite a little bit risky
the
though.
confirm's gonna go out.
Yeah.
Or not.
No, actually, Legion are not going for the save. No, they're not finishing him off here. Battlestar arresting him now.
That C4 by Midget Man was absolutely beautiful, and a bad frag. Come on, a bad frag by Jordanix as Midget Man is still alive. Here comes Jordan pushing it, but Boredom finds that refrag. Battlestar in a 1v3.
That was an awesome one here. Battlestar the only one left alive for Agent Moss here, and has still 4 minutes. It's a quick one here. What do you think? I feel like taking this is quite hard because enemies are aware of him being right there. And
Oh no, Boredom. They're in audio range. They definitely heard Battlestar run into Horseshoe just now, and that gives a sense of what Battlestar can do within these 4 minutes.
do you think they have to call out? Not giving a call at all. But take a
Yeah,
look on this
like,
flashlight here. It's what a good one. You're avoiding the master to just run to you and pre-fire you.
I think what's for sure, undoubtedly, Boredom should call out to their teammates. The last guy up is not going to push Horseshoe because that's where they just rotated off of.
For sure.
So there's only 2 other places where they can come from. Service tunnel or the north. And it looks like
It's the north here, yeah.
it looks like it's a Battlestar North push.
I wasn't able to hear any call out from Boredom though. Eventually, he didn't give a call out, but I'm pretty sure that the team that Legion is not expecting Boredom to stay where he is, and they for sure think that he's going to take the rotation here, which would be the best thing to do for Battlestar here. And he still has 2.5 minutes left on the time, which is enough. It's okay for him. It's but it's a 1 against 3. It's for sure a hard one now. Let's take a look at his QB here.
Boredom cannot miss their shots. If Zakul does go down, Battlestar cannot miss their shots, and I hope that Battlestar is expecting somebody still on that dumpster. That I mean, that's literally where Jordan literally just died. So Battlestar should know there's one on their left, and they should be expecting some around the corner positions here by Legion, like Zakul and Doggy.
Definitely. Alright, this is going to be interesting now. Battlestar's a cool... Battlestar's making noise. Don't know if Zakul is able to hear him yet, but if he's going to continue, then he should. Alright, only a little bit more than a minute left, and the time will be gone for Aging Moss here. But as I said, Battlestar's making his way up to the OBJ slowly now, without making any noise, which is the best thing to do. Is he using any... Oh, there was a stab. Eventually, so cool here, dead. Battlestar has a smoke. Eventually, he could use that.
Doggy Dog has a beautiful angle there. A smoke onto the objective. Battlestar, don't push so aggressively. A flash shot. No, Battlestar is caught. It's all over. Is that a second flash? Oh my gosh. 30 seconds left. The flash lasts only 5. 20 seconds
There's not a
for
flash, but
smoke.
now he's in. Yeah, he had no chance of doing anything there. Nice try. Wow. Third win for Legion here on this map. What do you think about Aging Moss master play here?
I think they're definitely giving Legion a hard time on all of these 3 maps, but what I think a critical error that's occurring amongst all these players is that they're making too many mistakes. They're not checking enough angles. They keep dying to C4 at the same time. They're stacking often. They're pushing aggressively, and they're placing bad smokes. I think on Quarantine, those
Yeah.
smokes on Courtyard, luckily for them, they weren't very important. Their effectiveness,
Yeah, it had no huge impact there.
they had no usage, the smokes, because the defenders were in apartments in East. But, and for here, a smoke on the objective makes 0 sense. Battlestar put a smoke right on the uplink. But what's the point of that? You know, I would try to expect angles coming. I would have put the smoke either on the direct east of the objective or on the black boxes, because that's a meta spot as well. But not on the uplink. What's the point of putting it on the uplink? If Legion have all the angles protecting the uplink, what is a smoke on it gonna do? It's not gonna provide you any way to push it. I think denying sightline either on the black boxes right next to Battlestar or near the dumpsters, that would have been way more effective in helping Battlestar figure out that 1v3 clutch scenario. But you know,
Yeah, I guess it would be a better move to just block the vision, as you mentioned. But you know, it's a 1 against 3. I don't know if he was aware of the kill con, but we can't blame him here, I guess. Just the mistake that Aging Moss is all of them sticking to each other and then dying with one C4. That's something you have to be eventually trying to improve on here. But yeah, Aging Moss is doing a good job here. Now they have the south spawn here, and Assassin, take a look on Assassin's position here.
yeah,
No.
Assassin's got to push with a flash.
And a C4, take a
smoke
look on
out.
that. If you check camera
Wow.
1.
Beautiful spot.
Doggy Dog is having already pretty good position here on split. It's what I call it. Some call it Horseshoe, right? Yeah, can deal a lot of damage here if he's able to make it unexpected more further on and throw eventually a frag or smokes. If they land where they should. Anyways.
Captain Kitty is really exposed here, by the way. If you look on Dumpster.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to excuse. I guess I swapped the team's name in the beginning. I just realized that. It's Legion on attacking you. And they're doing it pretty slow. They are staying back a little bit. Not fully rushing it, not throwing smokes and flashes and just running into it. Which might be a good idea here, because the mistake Aging Moss did last round was just running into it. I mean, no, they did just not fully run into the OBJ, but...
Oh my gosh.
What?
Captain Kitty misses the angle. Rogue Dice has already crossed their sight line. Oh my god, crosses it again. What is this? What is going on?
Wow, it's... Oh no, eventually no, Midget Man.
Oh
What?
my, Kitty loses it. Midget Man finds it on Dumpster. This is a breach on the defense. Here comes Solo trying to fill
And
in the
Rogue
gap
Dice
with
getting-
double kill.
Oh, it's not looking too good. I don't know why, but AG Moss is only down to 4 players now and only 2 alive.
Assassin lagged out. They dropped. A 2v5 Leander. Legion is on track to take all 3 maps. Battlestar ejecting a flash. Might have flashed themselves.
I believe so, yeah. It's for sure got himself here. And he is not in a good position for a 4 against 2. He can't exit his position now, and they could just go for a pre-fire there. it's hard for him. Only one left on the OBJ. Eventually, eventually cap would be possible here, taking the 5 points. But if I would be Legion, I would just take the save point
Oh
here. I'm
my
not sure if
God.
they have the kill count here because one lagged out, so they might assume 3 were still being alive. But Doggy Dog getting better here. Midget Man confirming it.
Oh my God!
Legion taking the map win here and the last point of Subway, winning this 4-2. Wow.
Jordan pushes. Oh no!
Yeah, it was the mistake of Jordan to just push it, because you don't have an advantage if you just push it. Eventually he thought there's only one Master. Wanted to go for a pre-fire here, but that was the mistake of then now losing this. Yeah, but I mean, it was a 1 against 4, still a pretty hard one. Unlikely Assassin dropped out here. Yeah, but
I thought it was a 1 against 5. Wasn't it a 1v5?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but that was insane. Look, all of Legion's kills are deaths are the same. I think it was a 1v5, Leander. That is crazy.
It should have been, yeah. Well, Midget Man having 6 kills here with Rogue Dice. This team did an unbelievably good job here. Same for Aging Moss, so I have to admit, Aging Moss also had some pretty nice, awesome rounds here, right?
They
for
had
example, the
great
cap.
plays. Yes, that cap was beautiful on Quarantine and Tanker. I think Legion definitely will learn the lesson on how exactly to defend. But
These OBJs still.
yeah, I just gotta say that Legion, they're on. Aging Moss definitely gave them a hard time, and the Legion had a few holes in the defense and strats. But overall, I think they're a really solid team. Solid team dynamic. Solid strats as well. AGN, they've got great shooters. I personally know them myself. They're just leaving holes in their not just their strats but their play styles, and Legion just finds those discrepancies, those little faults in the line, and they just push through that. Yeah, unfortunate, but great performance by both of these teams, especially Legion.
For sure. I mean, both teams, it's their first season here in Uplink VRML, and they put up a huge fight and have a huge potential here to end up high. I mean, if you take a look on these standings here, Legion has placed 6th and AJ Moss placed 4th, which means they're placed pretty high up there, right? Pretty sure they will for sure be able to stay up there for a bit, because they have a huge potential here and both teams did a good job. Yeah, I'm going to thank you all for tuning in. Anything to say? Do you have anything to?
No, I think I said my 2 cents. I'm not the best player out there, but that was tough to watch.
Yeah. Then thanks you all for tuning in. It was a nice one. Yeah, I guess catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye bye.
Onward VRML is brought to you by Downpour Interactive, HyperX, ProTube VR. Thanks for watching VRML.